In our garden, September has been packed with harvests, seed sowing, transplanting, pruning, preparing beds, and a lot more excitement in the garden. Namaskaram, I'm Srideep and welcome back to Blossom Your Way, where we focus on growing what matters. If you're new here, please subscribe. I've got lots of videos on soil prepping, monthly garden updates, and much more about gardening in its raw and everyday form. Please make sure you all stay until the end because I'm going to show you what happened with all my seedling trays and why they're in the back of my car. Now let's talk about my favorite part, harvest. This month, we have been able to harvest radishes. I mean, just look at that color. These were the pink lady slipper variety. If you remember from our July video, we actually sowed 3 sets of radishes. This month, we've been fortunate enough to be able to harvest 2 types. This radish pink lady slipper variety is my all-time favorite for salads. The taste is just nice, crunchy, and it is very mild. I love it in my salads or just eat it raw. So I have been able to harvest 16 radishes from just this one square. Our next variety is the white icicle radish variety. Now this variety is known for the traditional radish taste, which is pungent, strong, and it's a little bit hard to eat it raw. It's recommended you eat this cooked. I prefer it this way. I like to slice it up and cook it in soups, stews, and also I like to grate it up, remove some water, and then mix it up in some flour, either all-purpose flour or wheat flour, and then I like to make it into a nice firm dough and then make it into flatbreads. These are like the Indian flatbreads. They're also called rotis. Now even these I have been able to harvest 9 from just one square. Next is our hero crop, our snow peas. Now I told you that I'm hoping to harvest some snow peas this season. Well, I have been able to make some harvest. Not a lot, but every week I have been able to get some snow peas. Now this snow pea variety is the Yakumo snow pea variety. It's an heirloom Japanese variety and I just love it both for the flowers as well as for the long pods. We just stir fry it with some broccoli and it's just amazing to eat. Next is the winter spinach. This is the winter giant variety that I have grown. Now this spinach has been giving us spinach all through winter. This was a clump of about 7 or 8 plants. I've just let them grow together pretty close. Now I have harvested the spinach and I have also removed the plants with this harvest. And the reason being all of my seedlings that I have been preparing all along are coming up nicely and I need to make some space and I need to regenerate this bed. This was the last bed which needed regeneration. So all of this spinach has been harvested. I have used the spinach for over 2 weeks. I've used them in Indian dals. I've also stir fried it with some mung beans and we also just boiled some, just added some salt and pepper and then just had them as just a side dish as well. And then next is our fenugreek. Now this is the 3rd harvest of fenugreek. As you're aware that I sowed fenugreek in July, we took a harvest end of July, we had another harvest in August, now this is the harvest in September. This is what I call a good succession planting. As you can see, I'm not harvesting heaps. I'm harvesting little by little and for our small family, this helps to feed us sustainably right through without running out vegetables. Now with fenugreek, I love to add it in some dals. I also made potato and stir-fried potato with fenugreek. Now the taste is something that you do need to get used to. It is slightly bitter, but I find that if I can shallow fry it for a little bit and then maybe just add some tomatoes to it, it just sort of helps get rid of that strong bitter flavor. A little bit is good. I still feel that's the goodness that your body needs as well. And fenugreek is just amazing with digestion. It helps bloating and a lot of other things. It is just a miraculous green. I strongly recommend everyone to grow and eat it. Now let's take a look at our garden. As you can see here, this is our lemon plant. If you remember previous months, I have pruned this nicely, and then you can see all of that new growth on the plant with some amazing flowers. They have just started to form now. I can't wait to see how the season grows. Now the next one you're seeing here, this is where we planted the turmeric, and this is just one of our just green plants. And then this is the fenugreek harvest that we just took that you saw earlier in the video. Now as you can see here, these are our strawberry plants. I have given it a heavy prune. These plants were full of flowers and buds, but it is necessary to prune your strawberry plants this time of the year so that they can use their energy to actually put more into the plant growth. And then if you let them be and then maybe wait for the leaves and buds after October, that means that you will get nice, big, fresh, juicy strawberries. Now these are our chrysanthemum plants that we transplanted when we reset our bed 1. Next you can see our holy basil plant. There's our silverbeet plant, and there's our more mum's flowers or chrysanthemums that we actually transplanted in July when we cleared the bed 3. And this is just our sorrel plant there. And then what you can see our mulberry plant. Now we've had some quite strong winds, so you can see there's been a bit of fruit that's actually dropped, but just look at that mulberries. They just look amazing and full of fruit. I'm hoping to be able to harvest a lot of fruit. Next is our blueberry plants. Now blueberry plants, they have got lots of flowers, and you can see the little blueberries forming already. I can't wait to see. Hopefully I can beat the birds and actually harvest some blueberries this time. Next you can see our guava plant. That's actually grown quite tall. I know it looks a bit lanky because we didn't actually prune it this year, but it's already got some buds, and the buds have actually grown. I'll just show you one fruit here. It is growing in size, so that's best. Next is our pomegranate plant. It's got lush growth, and you can see it's already starting to form some flowers. Can't wait to see them turn into pomegranates. Last year we did harvest a couple of them, but I'm really hoping to see if we can harvest some nice juicy pomegranates this year too. Next is our grape plant. Now if you do remember, I told you that I was intending on removing this grape plant because it had very high powdery mildew last year, and because we were away it got out of control, and I thought the only way was to actually remove the entire plant. Now I did actually prune it and I didn't remove the stump. I was going to remove it, but time went by and I have now got spring growth on this. I'm just going to leave it. I just want to give it one more year. I just don't feel like removing it now. Please let me know, any of you, if you've grown grapes, and if you can tell me what care I can take from the beginning. I would really love some tips. Now you can see our snow pea plants. Now this is the plants that I have harvested snow peas from this year. And now let's get to our raised bed number 1. Now in this raised bed, you would have remembered last month I sowed lots of beetroots, carrots, radishes, fenugreek, garden cress. So we have done a lot of harvest. You can see now the lettuce, beetroots, spinach, they've all sprouted up nicely, including the carrots. I also have a mustard green plant there. So there's quite a bit of new growth happening. We did have the radishes that you saw earlier were harvested from this bed. Now with our second bed, you can see that we were able to harvest some tomatoes last month. Now all of these plants are almost dead, and I do need to clear and regenerate this bed as well. So all of this is going to go, and this is the same bed that we had our spinach plant, where I told you that I have removed the entire plant. You can see here how lush and huge the plant is, and there is quite a few weeds there. So I've actually gone ahead and removed all of these plants. Now after I've actually removed this, what I did was I actually regenerated the soil. If you'd like to know how I regenerate my garden bed, please feel free to see this video that I'm going to link up here. You'll get full idea. So you can see that I have regenerated this and this bed will be ready for transplanting seedlings once everything's ready. Now this bed does have our Indian ivy gourd plant. That plant has stayed, and that plant has got some nice beautiful spring growth already on its way. Now this is our third bed, which we regenerated a couple of months ago. You can actually see there's some shoots appearing. But one strange thing, did this happen to you anytime? I actually put the old pomegranate twigs in this bed when I was regenerating it, and they have actually sprouted. I mean, I'm really curious to see if I can maybe put it in a pot, and if it will grow into a pomegranate plant. I'll keep you posted. Now next is our sugarcane plant, and you can see all of these beautiful blooms here, and our banana plant as well, that's grown good. And you can see here our mandarin plant, that's got some nice lush growth. This was also pruned last month, and so did our curry leaf plant. They've all started to show some nice good spring growth. Now our apple trees, both the apple trees, they did not get pruned this year. The weather has been quite wet and we chose not to prune it, and we've left it that way. Our Indian jasmine plants, they are showing nice growth already. And yeah, I can't wait to show you these flowers once they bloom. And this is our pig face plant and some daffodil plants in there. And this side is our verge area. So this is just outside of our house. And you can see that I have actually transplanted my sunflowers already. Now please stick on, because I'm going to explain to you why I've transplanted these sunflowers so young. And you can see all of these other flowering plants that we have got. And yeah, just the seaside daisy and some pink flowers and our beautiful lavender plant. This actually helps with so many bees. Now I just really love it. Now if you have a look here with our rose plants, they have been heavily pruned last month, and I did tell you we had an aphid attack, but it has only gotten worse. The aphids just really took over all the plants. I honestly have never seen such a big aphid attack in all my years of gardening. This is the first time I have seen these. So I'm not really sure. The problem is I don't have time to be able to get rid of this. So what I did is I actually did prune again very little because of not having the opportunity. Like I will tell you why I'm not spraying. It's just been raining continuously, and I've never actually used any pesticides in my garden. But I think I will have no choice but to try it and see if I can get rid of these and save my rose plants. Now this is in our backyard. You can see all of those plants that are pruned end of July, early August. They've all started to show some growth. Here you can see our pond. Let me know if you're interested, and I would love to be able to share how I set it up and what plants I have in there. And these are just some other plants that we've got. Now the mandibula plants and all the other plants that I actually removed, some of them we have actually transplanted them back here in the back garden. I also have some more sunflowers that I've transplanted here, the chrysanthemums, and this capsicum plant is also actually getting some new growth. We haven't really done much in terms of the plants. but we will be transplanting more to come. Now, what else did I do other than these? I sowed seeds, and I mean a lot of seeds. Now you can see here, all of those trays had seeds in them. So the first thing what I did early September was I sowed a lot of flowering seeds. So I sowed sunflowers, zinnias, everlasting daisies, marigolds, and no, I can't, dahlias, and yeah, I'm just trying to remember what else did I sow. It was just a lot of flowering seeds. Now I did record them, so I have got them in my book, but if you can guess any of these seeds, please let me know. And with sunflowers, I sowed 3 different varieties. I sowed the dwarf compact varieties. I also sowed the giant sunflowers, where if you remember my earlier videos where cockatoos love to feed them, those giant sunflowers, I actually sowed them. Now I sowed a whole 72 seed cell tray worth of just giant sunflowers. Now all of the sunflowers did actually sprout, and I actually transplanted them. Now, what can you do next month? So next month, I recommend for October, please start sowing your gourd seeds. Now, because of some reasons, I actually sowed my gourd seeds end of September. I did sow them in peat pots. Now, I never had any luck with germination with peat pots. I'm just trying to see if I can crack a way to be able to use peat pots. If any one of you watching know how I can make them work, please tell me. I don't want to waste the peat pots that I've purchased. I really want them to work. I will keep you posted as to how I went this year now, because I have actually tried a couple of different ways to do this. So please let me know, and I'll also keep you posted as well. Now, I did mention at the start of the video that I had to load up all my seedling trays into my car boot. Yes, we are traveling, and it's going to be an amazing trip. I can't wait to share all of that. Please make sure you subscribe and like and share my videos so you can keep getting regular updates. I would love to be able to share my travel journey with all of you as well. I'm very excited for this trip, but I hope I can shoot and also enjoy at the same time. Now that's going to be a learning for me. I'll let you know how I go. Now these seedling trays, they have gone to my friend's house. She's going to be babysitting these trays for me until I come back. Now I'm only gone for about 3 weeks, but it's like babies. These next 2 to 3 weeks are so important, especially end of September, early October, because the soil warms up, everything's just going to start exploding in the garden. Now I'm hoping that it's all going to be okay. And that was one of the reasons why I have actually transplanted my sunflowers into the beds. Now, with sunflowers, it's ideal that you actually sow them directly where you want the plant to grow. But in our house, I have had issues with birds taking the seeds away, and the germination rate was quite low. So this time I've actually put the seeds in seedling trays as soon as they've sprouted, and also with my upcoming trip, I actually pull them all out, even with their just the first 2 leaves. I have transplanted them. Some did have 4 leaves, some had 2 leaves. So the germination rate was quite good. All of the seeds germinated really well. So I transplanted these into the bed because sunflowers are quite hardy. They can tolerate cold weather as well. They will be a little bit slow, but it's actually good that I transplant them now, because once they set their roots and if they get tangled in the small seedling tray, it's going to be a bit hard for them to adjust and grow to their full potential once I transplant, if it's going to be later. So I have actually transplanted these now. And now with my upcoming trip, what I did actually do is I also transplanted my tomato seedlings. Now with tomato seedlings though, because in September the weather has just been really crazy. In September it is still pretty cold at night. And with me going away, I couldn't bring myself to put them directly in raised beds, although the raised beds are all well and prepared. So what I have done is I actually have a bigger container than the current seedling tray that I initially sowed the seeds in. As you can see this, I actually transplanted my tomato seedlings into these bigger trays. And these are going to my friend's house as well. Once I come back, I hope that these seedlings will be big enough and I would then transplant them into my raised beds. Now, the reason I didn't dare to transplant them right now when I did my sunflowers was because one is watering, it is quite crucial. And I think sunflowers are a bit more tolerant than the tomato seeds. So that's why I just chose to keep these tomato seedlings, just upskill them, like put them in bigger containers and help them grow stronger, and then I'm going to transplant them next. So that's it for our September. I know it just feels like a lot, but this is only 3 weeks of September because we're traveling in the 3rd week and then we're gone for a couple of weeks and then we will be back. Almost 3 weeks, not quite, but almost 3 weeks. And then I can't wait to share all of my travel updates with you guys and also the garden updates once I come back. Now, you might be wondering how we're going to do the watering when we leave. So I'll just show you. What we have done is all of our raised beds already have got irrigation. We have moved our pots, and as you can see, we have connected these wires slowly to the pots so that the drip irrigation can work. Now, it is quite wet. We're going to run the drip every 2 days for an hour. That should be enough to keep it moist. I mean, if it is going to rain and the drip still runs, that's unfortunately not something we can control. So we just have to let it be. I will meet you all in the next episode. Until then, please keep growing what matters. Now, if you have found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with friends and family that enjoy gardening. Happy growing!